Doing another video here for you guys. I'm on my way to the gym. Want to talk a little bit about excuse me, I'm having to hold my phone up here a little bit, but I'm having to talk to you a little bit about, and I've written a post about it, but maybe it's better if I do a video that way we could figure out, that way we can get across, that way I can get across to you guys about what I experienced at Raw Unity. Granted, I didn't compete. I was there just to help out one of my training partners. He was doing the bench only, and I myself had never been. This was probably more like the second big meet I've attended. The last one was APA Raw Nationals back in 2012. But I want to touch base on something that I know that with so many people getting into working out and training, and you have a lot of people that are doing it for the wrong reasons. There are a lot of people that when they're in a gym, you can tell why they're in there just from how they carry themselves, just how focused they are on what they're doing. And I remember, seeing at Raw Unity where, there was there was nothing but world-class lifters there. There's not a lot that you can say. If you're at that level, you're competing with, some of the best in the world. I mean, that's pretty simple. And sometimes, and I think the difference between guys like the guys I saw at the Raw Unity meet, and the difference between guys who are doing the state and the local meets, and it's the same thing in bodybuilding, I think, because you have so many people that talk about doing a show, or talk about being a pro, and then they wonder why it's a struggle to get there, and you wonder how some of them fall off. They don't stick to it. I think one of the reasons is because of the fact that they remain true to their passion the whole time through. That you have to do this for yourself. You can't do this for anyone else. You can't do this for for the haters, the doubters. I mean, granted, yeah, the haters give you a little bit of fire, but to base your drive solely off that, it's not going to last. Because the thing is that haters are always going to be there. They're never going to be happy. They're never going to be satisfied. They're always going to find something to hate on you about more. Heaven forbid you fail at something. That's where they're going to be at, waiting for you. Heaven forbid. When you do something good, yeah, you won't hear anything from them, but they'll still want to nitpick and do whatever. So, haters will never change. They're still going to be the same damn people from day one. Doubters, no different, and so you have to do this for yourself. You have to have that, literally that internal drive to better yourself, day in and day out. You can't let other people influence that. And that's what I saw at Raw Unity. A lot of these guys weren't influenced by haters or doubters or anything. That's why there was such a good vibe there of lifters, that everybody was, there were no cliques or anything like I've seen in some meets. There were guys that were all talking to one another. They were all pushing one another, just like, old school powerlifting. You had guys there that are, pushing their competitors to go harder because they know they're there for a reason, to better themselves, to better themselves first. They're not worried about, they're not thinking about that trophy or that money, but they're there because they train for it, and that's a test for them to prove how strong they've become to themselves, to no one else. Like I said, not everybody. Not everybody had a chip on their shoulder. I mean, I met BJ Whitehead for the first time. I've known him for years. We've talked over text and over messaging, so it was great to see him. I know I posted a picture of me and Dan Green, and guys, honestly, if you've met the man in person, it does not compute on how very impressive physically he is. I mean, there's just, there's no picture that you could tell or see that can ever describe that. It's really impressive to see this man in person, let alone see him lift. Um, I met Pete Rubish first time. I've known him for years as well. Um, uh, I didn't know my friend Shay Jones was going to be at this meet. He was. Yeah, that was a nice little surprise. Garrett, I hadn't seen in quite a while. We kept in contact. Trying to remember as many people as I met this meet. I met Ernie Lillibridge. We've talked a good bit. Met Derek Kendall. One of my big sources of inspiration, because before him there wasn't many guys, 3+ doing what he's doing. So for me to have met him, that was a bonus. Um, I, I felt like a little fanboy talking to him. um, let's see. Met G Diesel from Animal Pack. Again, another person I communicated over the years. Very cool guy. It was awesome to finally meet him. Phil Brewer, again, another person I've talked to over. All these guys had a really good vibe with one another. There was no, there was no, there was not one person there that was above everybody else. There was no hating. There was none of this stuff. And to be, and like I said, a lot of these guys were all pushing one another. They were all pushing one another to being bigger, to being stronger, because they know why they were there, to prove themselves that they're stronger than they were stronger to themselves, and that's what you have to do it for. If you're in the gym to go out there and show out and prove something to people, you're really in it for the wrong reason. That's just that's just point blank simple. I mean, yeah, a lot of us started out trying to prove something to everybody, but then it kind of changes to where I really want to do this for me, and that's where you have to decide what you're doing this for. If you're trying to turn pro, who are you going to do it for? I think Evan Centopani mentioned in one of his videos that he doesn't do bodybuilding for his family. That he doesn't do it for his little girl who could care less about it. He said he does it for me. He said he does it for himself, and I think that's a good attitude to have, because and I think a lot of people, that's why you have a lot of your resolutionists that come in for the first 3 months of the year, and then you don't see in their goals for the rest of the year, because they're doing it for somebody. They're doing it for they're doing it to look good for somebody. And to me, you have to have a deeper, more concrete motivation to that, because it's not the same when you're trying to do it for for all the haters that you got. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't last. A lot of those guys burn themselves out. Because why? Because they're trying to satisfy a group of people who will never be satisfied. So it's kind of like, why the fuck do you do it in the first place? So check your motivation at the door. Check it where it is. Guy Such Neil made a comment one time about where he trains at, and he mentions that your titles, your status, whatever you have doesn't matter the moment you enter that gym. When you enter that gym, you're there to do work, and that's it. That's a good attitude to have. So, like I said, I met a lot of great lifters there. I couldn't name them all off the top of my head because the pre-workout's kicking in. So, other than that, let me know what you guys think. I've rambled on for almost 10 minutes. That's how long it's taking me to get to the gym. Post your comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like it, if you hate it. Just hit a comment. Talk at you later.